Hello everyone, welcome back to Soccer Showdown. Joe Archino and Martino Puccio here with you as always, breaking down everything that you need to know about the 2018 World Cup. Martino, the stage is set, the final is here. France will be taking on Croatia. How do we not start with France and how incredible they have been? You look at every layer of their team and they have been sensational. But Martino, there might be a little bit of a cloud looming over them for some people. Some people might look back at Euro 2016. They hosted that competition. They lost in the final. So regardless of how good this France team is, there is that factor as well. But talk a little bit about France, how they've gotten here, and if you think that might play into this final at all.
Okay, yeah. Well, France has been absolutely unreal this tournament. Their midfield has been fantastic. Starting with N'Golo Kante, I think he's just been one of the best players in this tournament. He's really occupied a ton of space, played tremendous defensively, and allowed Pogba to operate in his own area and be creative. Then the same thing goes for Mbappe and Antoine Griezmann. They've just been doing so much with creating passes and scoring goals for them. And then Olivier Giroud, too. I mean, he hasn't been the greatest number 9 up there in terms of finishing, but all the other stuff that factors into it, work rate, creating opportunities for his teammates. I think he's done well there. Hugo Lloris against Belgium was just so unreal. That save on one of those shots really was just outstanding, one of the saves of the tournament for them. And I think it really allowed them to book their trip to the final on Sunday.
Well, now we go to Croatia, and you might as well call them the Invincibles because they just will not go down. You look at what they did in the round of 16. They survived penalty kicks against Denmark. Then they go and they move on to the quarterfinals. They get it done, survive on penalty kicks against Russia. And then once again, Martino, in the semifinals, it goes to extra time, but they find a way to get it done against England. How does this Croatia team just never go down?
Dig deep, your mentality. Their mentality has been so unbelievable this tournament. You mentioned going to extra time 3 times. Extra time alone for 3 games is just a whole nother game. So they basically played 4 games up until this point, won twice on penalties, which are, I mean, that's just another nerve-wracking mentality that you have to deal with on top of that. And the fact that they've been down in all 3 games, and they've come back in all 3 games, whether it's Luka Modric, Ivan Perisic, or Mario Mandzukic, everybody's stepping up, doing their part, being clutch in overtime. I think they had 2 goals in the overtime in the quarterfinal and the semifinal, excuse me, and just everyone is just stepping up. They just understand that this is it for them. This is a golden generation. Luka Modric and Mario Mandzukic and even Ivan Perisic, these guys aren't spring chicken. This is probably their last go-around as this core, and they really stepped up as their golden generation, and they got an opportunity to win their first World Cup, and that means something.
It is going to be a phenomenal match. You have the young, star-studded team on France taking on the Invincibles of Croatia. Martino, who do you have hosting up glory and winning it all?
I know I praised Croatia a lot there, but I'm sticking with France. France was one of my favorites coming into this World Cup. I just thought they're so great in every single facet of the game. Kylian Mbappe is just a game changer. And at only 19 years old to do what he's doing right now, stepping up on the biggest stage, is just so impressive. And I'm not willing to bet against that, especially if Ivan Strinic isn't going to be able to go. That's going to be a guy that would have been his matchup. So if that's going to be exposed on the right flank and Croatia's backup is going to have to go in there, I mean, that's something to really watch, and it could be the difference in the final. So I got France winning.
I think Croatia and France are obviously both very talented. France is as good as it gets. But to me, Croatia's just found a way to get it done time after time. And I still worry a little bit about that looming cloud because of what happened to France in Euro 2016. It's obvious there's a lot of different people here, but at the same time, Croatia, man, they're the Invincibles in my eyes, and I have them getting it done. That's all we have for you on this episode of Soccer Showdown, though, everyone. The final is going to be fantastic. France and Croatia going to square off on Sunday, July 15th. He's Martino Puccio, and I'm Joe Archino. Thank you for watching, as always.